A lot of friends has got a boyfriend and left me. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, A Cool Mum's Diary. If you are new here, an extra welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, you already know what time it is. Okay, let's get to it. So much to say, and you know, you guys just bear with me because maybe learning things about myself as I talk. A little therapy session. Like, I love you guys. Oh. Let's go back to, I was really close with a childhood friend, and she lived in my block. We'll call her Neighbor One. Me and Neighbor One was really close. She had like an innocent, playful type personality that's just, it was kind of fun to be around at the time, like very immature, you know. One time, me and her was going up to Adventure Playground, and she had invited Neighbor Two. Now, Neighbor Two, me and her were also close, but at the time I just thought it was going to be me and Neighbor One. But yeah, she invited Neighbor Two. We ended up walking up to Adventure Playground, but I felt like Neighbor Two was slightly off with me. I felt like everything I said, there was an issue. I didn't understand what was happening. I think I must have been about 10, maybe 9-10 years old at the time. And yeah, next thing I know, Neighbor Two has me down on the ground. Like, she's actually just grabbled me down to the ground, and she starts pulling my hair, like twisting me around. And I'm trying to, it wasn't even a fight. It's like self-defense. I was trying to fight her off me. So that ordeal happened really quickly. And I was shocked. I was very shocked and shaken up. And all I could hear was Neighbor One laughing in the background. It was more that nervous laugh, but you can never tell with her anyway. Continued to walk to Adventure Playground for another 7 minutes. And I'm shaking, like, and then we get to Adventure Playground. I didn't say anything to anyone, apart from to Neighbor One. I was like, oh, I'm going to go home quickly. I forgot something. She was like, oh, okay. Anyway, now walking home by myself for the 15 minutes it was. My mum wasn't in. My mum was at work at the time, so I had to wait for my mum to get back from work. And that's exactly what I did. My mum got home about 5 p.m. My hair really, like, my head really hurts. Started combing my hair, and all this hair came out. Loads of hair. She was like, what is this? What is that? My mum was shocked. Where is this? What is this? What happened? I said, oh, mum, it might just be extension. I added a little bit of extension. She goes, no, that's your hair. That's your hair. What happened? Told her what happened, and we went round to Neighbor Two's house. And my mum told her mum straight. Now, you know, African parents, they don't ramp. They don't like no embarrassment. So she was so embarrassed, and she was so annoyed with her daughter, and she told her off. And yeah, and that's what happened. So I remember Neighbor Two saying, like, apologizing to me. But for me, it wasn't the same. Didn't really hang out with her like that. Funny enough, I saw her a few years ago. I didn't really recognize it was her at the time, but I did eventually recognize it was her. I was kind of standoffish, like, because obviously you've traumatized me. Like, that incident was not okay. But I remember her saying, like, when in her apology state, with her mum present, she said that Neighbor One had told her that I was talking about her. Now, I'm not that type of person, guys. If someone tells me something about you, I'm going to hold it to my chest. I'm going to take that to my grave. I'm not a gossip type person, and I've always been like that from a child. You know, I'm like that now in my adult years. You won't hear me repeat anything that you've told me personally, and you will not hear me gossip about you. Because I'm just grateful for friends in general. You know, I've had such a hard time with girls, and I've never had a hard time with boys. That's what I always say. I always get on well with boys, because I'm not saying that boys don't, you know, gossip, but the boys I've had around me never talked about me, never spread any rumors about me, never wanted to, like, embarrass me, anything like that. But girls, I mean, with guys used to always fancy me. I'm not gonna lie to you. And girls always get that. Whenever they've got a guy, like a guy friend or that they get on with, 8 times out of 10, that guy friend has fancied you at one point. Unless they like the same sex as them. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's just what it is. Girls are another kettle of fish. Very competitive girls. Like, they just want to bring you down. So anyway, that was that. So she apologized and said that I was talking about her to Neighbor One, and that wasn't the case. You know, you have to watch out for them innocent girls, you know, guys. and people that pretend to be innocent. Okay, so I'm going to talk about secondary school. I had this one childhood friend, right? I've known her since primary school, and I love this girl. Like, I can't even talk to my mum about this girl without crying. And I'm going to try and put on a brave face for the camera because I'm talking to you guys. So I'm going to say her name, but her name begins with T. I said to her, you have to come to my secondary school. Like, why has your mum not applied for secondary school yet? Like, why are you not in my school? And she was like, oh, my mum's just taking a long time. So anyway, I started secondary school a month before her. And then when she finally came, I was so happy. Like, I was so happy. You wouldn't see this girl without me. You wouldn't see me without this girl. Like, we were just together at all times. We would go to Woolworths by ourselves, go and get new pencil cases, get new bags for school every half term. And I was hanging around with the popular clique, but I didn't like how the popular clique was moving at certain times. So it's not that I distanced myself. I just get on well with everybody. So I had different friendship groups. The popular clique get hold of her, and we're still cool. Like, we're still hanging around with each other. But then I started seeing her personality changing a little bit towards me, and I was just like, okay, I don't think nothing of it. One day, one of the other popular girls, she said to me, "Oh, T's mum don't like you, And I was like, oh, doesn't she? Like, why? And she's like, I don't know. That's what T told me. I was just like, oh, okay. And that really broke my heart. That really did break my heart. Because it's like, I haven't done anything to T. Like, I love this girl so much. Like, why doesn't her mum like me? And, but now I look back at it, it just seems that this other popular girl just tried to create a divide between me and T. And that's just what happened. So I don't know what other people have said in her ear. And we're not even, like, we've just lost contact now. Like, secondary school is done. I know that she was on Instagram, so I added her, but she never did accept me because, I don't know why she never accepted me, And I left it on there for about a week. I just took off the request because I thought, oh, maybe, like, my mind started doing overtime, like, maybe people have still been in her ear or something like that. I just took off the request, and I haven't, I still think about her every day. Like, she's in my dreams all the time. Maybe she's just not that active on Instagram. Maybe she's on Instagram but not really active. Does that make sense? So that's what I think that might be it. But my mind just does overtime. It's like, oh, I feel like I'm a beg if I leave the request on there too long, Overall, guys, I just haven't had a good relationship with girls my whole life, and people that I thought I could trust, I don't trust. I just don't trust anyone in general, apart from my family, because there's been times where I've told someone or people like personal information about me, and they even like called me to check up to see if I'm still going through that situation. It's like, you just want to hear my gossip, you just want to hear about my life, and you don't want to follow through. Like, you don't really truly care about me. Do you understand? Like, I've had an incident where, like, I've told someone personal information about myself, and then she'll like call me like 3 weeks later and be like, girl, you haven't reached out to me. And I'm like, girl, I'm going through things. Like, what is that? So yeah, I don't know. A lot of people I've found are really just about themselves, and that's okay. Like, put yourself first and all that. I'm an empowerer of, like, I'm going to empower you to be your best self. I'm going to empower you to put yourself first, But when you truly love someone and you truly consider someone as a friend, you will treat them like your sister. You'll check up on them regular. And, there's been many times where I have checked up on my friends that I've truly loved, and I'm just not getting that same energy back. It would be nice for you to check on me and my children once in a while. Like, when I had my daughter, I lost friends. I was, friends that would call me and be like, oh, do you want to come to this rave? Do you want to come to that rave? But yet not checking to see, like, oh, how's your daughter doing? How's motherhood? Like, I can't remember the last time someone said to me, oh, how's motherhood treating you with my daughter? Like, even when I've had my son's approaching 2 now. I don't think anyone has really truly asked me, like, how are you getting on? How are you finding being a new mum again? So I just don't think people generally like care about me. I'm at peace with that now. I'm at peace with not having friends. If I meet someone in the workplace that I feel like, or it could be anywhere, in the workplace, let's just say in the workplace. If I meet someone at work and I feel like, wow, our personalities really match, I'm a bit standoffish, like thinking this person's got to leave me at some point. That's how I think. No matter who I meet now, I'm always thinking in my head, they're going to leave me at some point. Because that's what's happened throughout my whole life. You see, and is it a healthy way of thinking? No. But your relationships when you're younger mold you to who you are as an adult. And yeah, that's just what it is. Is it trauma? Maybe. Yeah, I'm traumatized by a lot of my friendships. Another friend now, I'm going to name her C, because that's what that's what her initial is, C, right? C, we went to the same secondary school, but we never hung out together. Like, she's a year below me. And funny enough, we met in a club and we just were like, oh, hey, and we exchanged numbers and we got on like a house on fire. We went to Malta together. So we flew out together. She's come to my children's parties, everything like that, and brought gifts, gave my son £100. Like, we had a good friendship. She called me and was like, oh, I'm just having like the worst day. And I was eating at the time and trying to read my emails and stuff like that. So anyway, so when she called me, I thought, oh, C's calling. So I answered the phone. She was like, I've been really snappy with my mum lately. And then she went into one, right? So I was listening. And then I misheard what she said. And then she goes, oh, what do you think about that? And I was like, oh, I didn't hear what you said, the last sentence. My girl shouted down the phone. My girl was like, you're not listening. You're not listening to me. And she put the phone down. I tried to call her back. And it wasn't going through. I tried to call back again. It wasn't going through. I was like, wait, what's happening here? So I messaged her. I texted her and I said, see, I'm trying to call you. One tick on WhatsApp. Okay, maybe she's just having a moment, I'll give her time to rest, sleep on it, come back the next day and we'll talk about it. I miss her. Let me explain to her that I misheard what she said and it's not a big deal. We can just get back on track. I called off my phone, wasn't going through. Called off my daughter's phone now. It rang. I was like, oh, okay, cool. She answered, hello, obviously not recognizing the number. It's me, C. Did you really just put the phone down on me yesterday? Yeah, I did. It's me, why? I said, I misheard what you said. Is it really that big of a deal? Like, she was like, yeah, it is. Oh, I'm not doing this with you. And she put the phone down. One thing about me, I ain't going to beg no one to be my friend. Cool. You know my number. Let me leave you. I will not call again. And it's a shame because she's the one friend in my adult years that I can truly say I could be around and just feel comfortable with her. I was so comfortable with her. I could be my authentic self. And it's a shame now she's gone. Sometimes I sit down with myself and I'm like, I've got no one to like, apart from my family, like my sisters, my mum. Let's go out to dinner. Let's go out here to this party. Or, and yeah. You want to step away from motherhood? Yeah, I do. I want to step away from motherhood. I'm not going to be that person be like, oh yeah, I've got my children and no, I need my life outside motherhood. Yeah. So friends is vital because you want to step out of motherhood sometimes. But I just haven't got that. And how I deal with that, I pray to God. I pray my God has been on my side throughout my life. I've been through some stuff. That's why I've built this YouTube channel, because it's like I have subscribers that have messaged me and been like, oh, hi, I'm from New Zealand. Hi, I'm from India. And I'm meeting connections. And that gives me happiness that I'm able to like come on here and talk to you guys and be real about certain things and just create a community of positivity. You guys, my subscribers, empower me to be better. And that's what I've lacked in my friendships. Like I would always empower my friends, right? But I would never get that same energy back. And I'm comfortable with being alone, even in my like intimate relationships. Like even I don't need no man. I would always have friends that would drop me in a click because they found a man. And I'll just be sitting there waiting for it to go wrong. And then they'll call me up and they'll be like, oh, Sham, like, oh, this has gone wrong. You know, I need advice. And I'll be there to pick up the pieces. And then they'll be off again, you know. And a lot of friends have done that to me. A lot of friends has got a boyfriend and left me. So now in my adult years, I've realized something. I've realized that I'm the placeholder friend. I'm the placeholder friend that people want to have fun with, but then as soon as they find something better, they find a new friend or a boyfriend, they drop me. So I'm the placeholder friend, and I'm also the strong friend that picks up the pieces. So you're back to being yourself again, and then I'm left. But you know what? God is good. I'm not going to stop having hope in finding like my true friend, if there is a friend out there for me. That's just what my life has been with friendships. You know, there's been times where I've even said to friends like, girl, like you've got a man now, like, you know, there's no time for me. There's no time for me. No. Just because I've got a man doesn't mean that I'm not going to have time for you. Where are they? Where are they, guys? With their man snuggled up in the bed. But I'm happy I can laugh about it now because that just shows I'm comfortable in my skin. Like, it's okay. Just be with your man. It's fine. Enjoy, girl. Like, enjoy. Like, it's not that deep. In secondary school, like year 7, I did call out a friend and just be like, look, girl, like, you're always with your man. Like, is there gonna be any time for me and you? And she ripped back a defensive text. And I was just like, oh, okay. Oh, let me leave it there. And up to this day, we don't talk. I don't know. Some people just can't take responsibility, like honesty. A lot of girls don't like honesty, you know. And with me, I'm going to keep it real. And I'm not going to change my personality. I'm going to tell you if I think you're wrong. If you come to me with your problems, I'm going to tell you where I think that you may have gone wrong so you can correct it. You know, I'm not that friend that's going to enable you. I don't like enablers. Enablers are not good to have around you. I'm that friend that's going to push you to do better. Push you. But you know what? Never expect the same in return. Thank God I'm not a lost soul. I'm so happy I'm confident in my skin. Imagine. I could be floating around here thinking, oh, I ain't got friends, and just like in my house depressed. Like, no. I've had depression before. And it's not because of friends. It's not because of friends. I have never put someone on that pedestal of so high that I'm not okay without them. You understand what I'm saying? The only people I need in this world is my family. Yeah, is my family. And travel the world. I can go out by myself and travel the world and do dinners. You understand? So yeah, that's just where I'm at. My grandma always used to say to me, they're jealous of you. Till I've reached an adult that I've realized, do you know what? Grandma, I think you're right. Talk to your grandparents or your parent. They always want the best for you, right? So they're trying to pass down knowledge of the experiences that they've had back in the day. As a child, I didn't used to understand what she used to mean when she used to say, they're jealous of you. They're jealous of you. But now I'm an adult, I totally get it. And I'm not a big-headed person, guys. I'm far from. I'm very down to earth, humble person. They've obviously seen something in me to want to be jealous of. Whether that's the close relationship I have with my family, because me and my mum are very close. Whether it's that, or they've seen a pretty person, or they've seen someone that's very confident in their skin. It could be anything. People get jealous of the smallest things. That's why they always say you should keep those that are supportive of you around you. Keep your circle small. Person that wants to combine all my friends so we can all be a great, big, huge group of good girlfriends. But no, it's okay just to be out with one friend. Everyone's got different personalities. So yeah, I get it now. Then there was 2 mums at the school that I got on well with, right? And them 2 are friends. So them 2 are friends. And then they've obviously taken a liking to me. So anyway, now both of them have invited me on separate occasions to their birthdays. One of them a bag. I bought the other one like flowers, chocolates, cards, everything. And then when it got to my birthday, because I'm not one to celebrate my birthday like that with friends, because I ain't got none for my birthday, but I usually celebrate with family. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. So I bought both of them gifts, everything. When it was my birthday, all I got was a text message. I ain't one to like be like, oh yeah, I did this, so you do that. But at the same time, it would have been nice just to get that same energy back. So I've distanced myself. And I feel like when I distance myself, for me, that's just protecting myself. Because I've seen this over and over and over and over again with girls. And be free to write in the comments if you think I'm the problem. And I'm open to it. I'm not going to be one of them people that are like, no, you lot are wrong. I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen to you guys. And because, you know, this is like a therapy session for me. I'm just talking out loud here. So it'd be nice to get you lot's take on it. It would have been nice to get more than a text message. It would have been nice, especially how I went out of my way when my son was new. My son was new. Like, and I've went out of my way to get you a bag. And funny enough, yeah, that's just what it is. Yeah, thanks guys for listening. Yeah, and I'll just see you in the next video. Thank you guys. Bye. I don't care who I offend, but I'm the kind of person that if you get mad, I'm going to distance myself. And let me tell you why. I know for a fact that you're going to be discussing my business to your man. So I'd rather just distance myself from you lot, because I'm not trying to have my business all up in your pillow talk. You're going to discuss me at night time and then your man will be looking at me funny. Not that I've got much going on apart from motherhood, but still, I'm the kind of person that you lot just love to discuss. I'm not going to be that person. And the way these men like to gossip as well, like, they're worse than these women. I'd rather just not take that risk. I'd rather just distance myself a little bit. Like, I'll do a little, hi, how are you doing? How's things? How's the kids? And then just chill with that. Like, I'm good.